The countdown to the 2023 elections has begun, and we are 99 days to the commencement of the polls. As such, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has reassured Nigerians that the elections will be technology-driven to avoid any human error. Speaking at an interactive session on the topic, why INEC BVAS, IREV are critical to the 2023 general election, the National Commissioner in charge of Information and Voter Education, Festus Okoye, said the bimodal voter accreditation system and INEC results viewing portal will be deployed for the elections. Guys, it's widespread opinion that for us to really have or improve the reliability of our elections, digitization is the way. MJ.
Yeah, I agree with INEC, and I witnessed the use of the BVAS and IREV in both the Ekiti and Osun elections, and it was almost seamless. The elections closed from 3 p.m. and the first results started coming in by as early as 30 minutes later. Of course, I logged in into IREV. Individuals can log into IREV. That's the INEC report result portal. So, however, the BVAS machine, for my experience in both Ekiti and Osun, was that, yeah, those were off-cycle elections where the pressure was not too much. For example, in Osun, there are about 3,000 polling points, and they deployed about 500 extra BVAS machines. Now, but in nationwide, I think we have about 170,000 voting points. Yeah, because some polling units are divided into, because any polling unit where you have more than 500 voters in densely populated areas, they split it further. So I'm worried about the response time for BVAS machines that malfunctions. Then also, we've had instances where the BVAS machines, despite the fact that it's both, it's that is bimodal, it captures, can capture your face as well as your fingerprints, and even the QR code on your card. Despite that fact, we still have occasions where all these 4 options fail. And without the BVAS, I mean, there is no incident forms again where the initial voting machine fails, then you have an incident form. That one has been eliminated. So because the BVAS machine, immediately you finish voting, when the last person votes, it's transmitting the result of accredited voters into INEC portal. So I expect that, as Festus Okoye said, INEC would have done its homework very well and could have learned. I expect them to have learned from the mistakes of Ekiti and Osun, which of course was about, like I said, about 90%, but those are secluded, localized cases. Areas. So I expect that nationwide, they should up their ante and ensure that these machines work perfectly.
All right, so INEC says no going back.
Yeah, that's good. The fact that the incident form has been totally eliminated is really a great advancement in our electoral process, because most of the time when there are complaints, it's just about these incident forms. It's because people, when you have cases of people who are not registered or all of that, and they can easily vote using the incident forms and all of that, underage, double voting and all of that, that has been totally eliminated with the elimination of the incident form. So for me, this BVAS and the BVAS especially is a step forward for INEC, but like he rightly explained, we need to also take into consideration all these factors especially now that we are dealing with a general election where a lot of these machines are expected to be deployed at the same time. Do we have extra ones that can actually do the work in case there are failures at any point in time? So they need to work on that, because if there are no machines, then it can also, such can lead to agitation that can preempt violence. Because if people are somewhere and they cannot vote and time is going and they think that, they won't be able to vote after the expiration of the voting period, they can be agitated and all of that. So I expect INEC to actually have extra machines. I expect them to know that this is not an off-cycle election. If they could deploy 500 extra when state elections are taking place, I expect them to also have equal number that could be deployed across each state of the federation. They should have done their calculation. And also, when they know that elections do not hold due to failure of these machines, they can also respond by being proactive. If they are going to extend voting in such places or cancel it outright, asking voters to come the following day and all of that. I think that has happened in the past. They should just be proactive even when there are problems, so that we know that nobody will come back to say that, oh, it's because we are not using incident forms.
All right.